Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Cold War Warzone and a new way of us having to do our videos because there are no more custom games in the Warzone. Yes, you can start them, but you need 20 plus players to actually do so. Therefore, I will actually have to only cover half of guns, like the short range, then the long range, then the short range, and the long range, because I don't have all the guns max level yet. So it's going to be not the full explain series. It's going to be like a half explain series where we now cover the DMR 14 and actually go down on a short barrel DMR 14, which is better than the FAL has ever been. It's quite fantastic and crazy how awesome the fire rate is compared to, and the bullet damage is so good. Enjoy the DMR 14 short explained. The DMR 14 is a tactical rifle. It is single fire, so you can only spam it like this into a wall, and without a scope, yes, the iron sight seems kind of obstructive. But the very interesting part is the gun does not, you saw me like just spam it away, right? The gun does, despite the spamming away, not have a lot of vertical recoil, and it has zero horizontal recoil. So like literally zero horizontal recoil, the gun just shoots in a straight line. And that's really interesting if you think about it, because if we now get this horizontal recoil under control, we can just spam the gun away. Let's look at the FAL in comparison here right now. So we can shoot the FAL relatively fast, right? But look how the FAL actually pulls off hard to the right in comparison to the DMR 14. So both just spammed, but the DMR 14 just being a way more straight line to look at. And the most important part about the DMR 14, if we're looking at the different barrels that are available to us, you actually have a rapid fire barrel, which increases the fire rate of the gun. You have the Cavalry Lancer barrel, the Strike Team Titanium match grade, and on the long last, you have also a damage increasing barrel and range increasing barrel, which is then going to be for the long range DMR 14. But this, we're looking at the Strike Team barrel. Why not the rapid fire? Because the rapid fire might increase the fire rate, but the Strike Team also increases the damage, as you can see in the bars. The only problem is you lose some effective damage range. We would actually have to find out how much we're talking about here. We're going to lose like 10 meters or 5 meters, how much the difference is. But since I'm using this as an FAL, the effective damage range does not matter that much. The most important part is that we actually get idle sway a bit higher. So we're going to have to see how much does that play a role here and what do we have to do against that, because there are no real idle sway countering attachments that the gun has. So what you have here is, for example, the muzzle brake, which gives you more vert recoil control. But you also have the infantry compensator, which gives you more vert recoil control but minus horizontal recoil. Now we would have to test, does that make a big difference, because the gun has no horizontal recoil. So we could actually take the minus vertical recoil control, or even the shooting move speed minus horizontal recoil control, vert recoil control, and muzzle flash concealment. So there is a technical idea to actually take the SOCOM eliminator too. But let's go with the infantry compensator here first. Then we go for the front grip here with a horizontal recoil control. There's also the option to go for the field agent foregrip, which gives you then a plus on vert recoil and horizontal recoil control. So it's kind of would like exactly counter what the compensator does to us. Maybe getting rid completely of this, but we'll see that in our recoil testing here right now with the front grip. Ammunition, you have multiple choices. You could go for 40 round mag, but since you're clapping people with 3 to 4 bullet, it kind of doesn't feel like that you actually need it, because you shoot 3 to 4 bullets and someone is dead. So what we rather would look at is an optic, because you kind of want to get a better target acquisition. Optics, you have a lot of options here. I have been trying out the Cobra red dot with a 1.75 magnification, and that feels really good in close quarter combat, but also if you're trying to use it as a blue dot. Then on top of that, we've also been trying with the quick dot LED. So this comes really down to your personal preference. There's like no this is it or this is better. That's really like I like this or I like that. Then last attachment, I would actually go for the no stock that adds sprint to fire time, because that's kind of what you're going to do with this gun. So if we have the no stock on, we're going to be running, jump, sprint to fire, running, jump, sprint to fire. And as it seems, the no stock, at least the Cold War no stock, does not add bonus recoil. It adds bonus mobility like crazy. It takes some hip fire accuracy away, but we're not going to be hip firing this rifle. We're always going to be aiming in. So the no stock seems to be the perfect option here to make this work. There's also a couple of rear grip options with the speed tape, for example. You could also go for the aim down side speed. It's a SASR jungle grip plus flinch resistance, but the flinch resistance doesn't seem to be necessary. Let's take this bad boy straight into wall and see how big the difference actually is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the full build, decent ADS time. We're having that. We have sprint to fire speed going in, sprint to fire speed going in. Feels good. And now tapping it away. interesting. It seems that the no stock does actually increase the recoil because there should be way less recoil on this. Let's test how this goes. So the horizontal recoil did nothing to it. This is really intriguing. The horizontal recoil that we added due to the infantry compensator is not feelable, it's not palpable. So if we're now inside a building, we would be fighting inside. So we'd be pushing, we jump in, there's Jimmy there, always on point. Like let's say he's left to us here, we slide in, he's here, and we need to get him down, and we're just on spot. You can spam the gun away without a downside. You go up, he's here, oh, you need to spam him. So as you can see, it's absolutely stable. There's like no downside to it. It's really crazy. We're on one path again. So the path is one path. And do you see the insane fire rate plus? Let's compare that to the FAL again. So that's the FAL. Feels really fast, right? But I have to say that this gun, in comparison, is just way faster. Now let's look at how effective the gun is. Against a target that has, what? 2 plates, full HP. How fast can we drop that? Headshot, body shot, dead. That would be 2 plates, though. Now there's my friends that we fought against before. You remember? The gun is just so much fun to play.
Me. I don't even know how this man.
The gun can also, despite being meant to be used close quarter combat, shoot people on top of buildings. Very easy. I mean, the effective damage range is lower due to the barrel, but disregarding of that, you're still able to clap people on decent ranges too. So this gun, I would currently pair probably together with a sniper or another AR, because technically you're not going to be burning through so much ammo. You have a gun that kills in 3 to 4 bullets, 2 to 3 bullets in close quarter combat. Why would you actually not pair with another AR? Because you're in a close quarter combat, even against a whole quad, you kind of need 1 mag or 2 mags tops, so 40 bullets. Then you have a whole lot others left. So you can play this together with a sniper, or you can play this together with a long range AR/LMG then. This would be currently the final build for the DMR 14. It's a fantastic gun. The infantry compensator does really good. I'm going to be definitely getting some tries to the SOCOM eliminator, but I kind of don't want to lose the shooting move speed because you're actually zooming around with this gun, and you're meant to be zooming around with this gun, especially with a no stock. The scope is really personal preference, especially when we're looking at the reticles. Like, there are not really good reticles in the Cold War line, so you're already good off with the red dot. Kinda. When it comes down to the barrels, there is the last barrel, which is going to be for the long range run. So the gun has also insane long range capabilities with 0 recoil. I'm saying 0 recoil, and I mean 0 recoil. That's then going to be with the actual arms 3 times or the Royal Cross. Both are absolutely viable. It's really nice to see. I can highly recommend you to try out this rifle. And as I said, I would usually now cover the long range version too, but you can see I'm not perfectly leveled yet. I kind of want to try out the field agent foregrip in the long run too. That's what we're definitely going to try out for the long range version, because on the long range version, the horizontal bounce matters way more than the short range version. The short range version has shown to not have any bounce left to right. So you are actually really nice zoomed in, and you clap, 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 Jimmy, clap, clap. So you don't need to add anything there on top of that. We're actually feeling very good already. And then as I unlock the rest of the gun, we're also going to have the video for the long range DMR 14. So a little bit split now. What am I pairing this with? I'll pair this currently with the Stoner 63, one of my favorite guns to come also with the Cold War. The Stoner 63 starts with the infantry compensator for the crazy vertical recoil control minus some horizontal recoil, which is fine because we're putting on the field agent grip with the insane vert recoil and horizontal recoil control. Then on top of that, we're currently using the match grade barrel. I will actually use the longest rate barrel too, but this will have less recoil because the last barrel actually does increase the recoil tremendously. Then I'm playing the Suzette multi-zoom, and that would be crazy for many people because the Suzette multi-zoom is weird. It has like a zoom that has a mini zoom in the middle, but due to this zoom and mini zoom, the gun does really feel no recoil. I did try it with the actual arms, but the actual arms has so much visual recoil that it's just crazy. And for the last attachment, you have 2 options. You could either go for the fastback. The fastback brings your reload time down to 4 seconds, which is really fast down to actually Bruin values. But your reload time is up to 6 seconds, so Standard Bruin, not like the 8.8 seconds that the PKM has, so it's kind of fine. You could also go for the Serpent Wrap for insane A down side speed time by 30% bonus, which is crazy. You'll just be losing some sprint to fire time, but who actually does care about sprint to fire time when you're using an LMG? That is the Stoner 63. You also get a Stoner 63 explained with the recoil patterns and everything, but that's just the Stoner right now that I'm playing on top. But don't worry, in the long run, you're also going to get a Stoner build that is well thought through and just made for you and explained for you how it works. I know this was a little bit different than usual, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, as you can see, we have a problem here not having custom games. Having to test and plunder, having to shoot people and plunder that annoy you, and other shenanigans. I hope we'll get a solution like a gun range actually from Activision at some point, but until then we'll just have to make do and try to get our videos out like that. I hope you do enjoy that. Definitely give feedback what you think. Maybe it's even better that we only cover like one part of the gun in this video, so you really focus on the short range capabilities, that we then later focus on the long range capabilities, so we actually don't mix and match. We have a shorter video that goes down on one thing, and then we have just more videos for you where you know, okay, I'm going to Google DMR 14 short, I'm going to get the DMR 14 short, DMR 14 long, I'm going to get the DMR 14 long, and you don't actually have to skip through so many things anymore. Thank you for watching this. Hopefully you're going to enjoy the crazy good new Cold War content to come. Also, definitely drop in the comments what you do think about the update so far and how you did like it. The DMR 14 definitely being one of my favorite rifles, and we're going to be slapping some booties with this all night long, and definitely going to be dropping you a gameplay video so you can see how powerful it actually is.